friends, this is Katerina from the Evolution of Stitches, and in this video tutorial I am going to show you how to crochet this easy mesh stitch. This stitch can be used also to crochet shawls in a triangular shape, and there is a video tutorial on how to crochet such a shawl. It's a very easy stitch, very suitable for beginners, and also very adjustable, because if you change the number of the chains that you skip or the chains that you use to create these arches, then your pattern can look very different. So let's go and show you how to crochet this beautiful stitch. So for this tutorial I am going to use this acrylic yarn and 3.5 hook. Of course you can use any yarn you prefer and the appropriate hook. The first thing that I'm going to do is to crochet my foundation row of chains. For this tutorial I am going to crochet 21 chains. You should just know that the number of your chains should be the number of the chains that you would like to skip in order to create each arch, plus 1. So please crochet the number of chains you'll need for your project, or if you follow this tutorial, please crochet 21 chains, and I will meet you then. So I have crocheted 21 chains. These are the chains that I need for the repetition of my pattern, and I'm going to crochet one more chain in order to turn and work on my first chain a single crochet stitch like this. And now what I am going to do is to chain 5, and then I am going to skip 1, 2, 3 chains, and into this 4th chain of the foundation row I am going to insert my hook, yarn over, pull through. Now I have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and crochet a single crochet stitch. And this is how I am going to work on this row. What I am going to do is to chain 5 always, and then count 3 chains of the foundation row, 1, 2, 3, skip them, and into the 4th chain of the foundation row I am going to crochet a single crochet stitch like this. So 5 chains, skip 4, insert the hook and crochet a single crochet stitch like this. And I will continue in the same way until the end of the row. Five chains, insert the hook into the 4th chain of the foundation row like this, and create a single crochet stitch. Now I'm at the end of my row. Again 5 chains, and into this last chain of the foundation row I will insert my hook again and crochet a single crochet stitch like this. So now I have finished my first row and I'm ready to turn and work my second row. The logic behind the number of chain is this. This is what I would like to explain. These, let's say, arches are created because we crochet more chains than the ones we have on the foundation row. So it's really up to you how many chains we'll use for each of these but the chains you crochet for your arches should always be more than the chains you have for the foundation row, and in this way you create these arches. So if you prefer your arches to be bigger, you can crochet more chains for each one of the arches. So let me show you now how I am going to work on the second row. So now I'm ready to turn. I'm going to turn my work to the left, and I am going to crochet 6 chains now. I crocheted 6 chains, 1 extra chain as a turning chain, and now what I'm going to do is to insert my hook here into this gap that was created by the 5 chains. If you prefer, you can support your work with your finger like this, and then you insert the hook in this gap, you pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both loops, and in this way we have created this gap again. So from now on I am going to crochet 5 chains. Again, I insert my hook here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops, so I crocheted a single crochet stitch, and I have created one more arch. And I continue in the same way. So 5 chains, insert my hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops, and one more arch. 5 chains, insert my hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through both loops. Now I have reached the end of my row. Again, here I am going to crochet 5 chains, and I am going to insert my hook and crochet a single crochet stitch. So now I'm at the end of the row, and what I am going to do here is to crochet 2 chains, and here is the single crochet stitch of the first row, and what I'm going to do on this single crochet stitch is to crochet a double crochet stitch like this. And I'm going to do that because this will give my project straight edges, as you can see. So if you follow this tutorial, you should have 5 arches created plus this small one, which is in order to keep my edges straight. So now we are ready to turn and work our third row. I'm going to chain 1 and turn, and what we will actually do is to repeat the first row. So here I am going to crochet a single crochet stitch like this, and now I'm going to crochet 5 chains, and now I am going to insert my hook into this gap. Please be careful not to insert your hook into this small gap. This is just to give me straight edges. So I'm going to insert my hook into this gap and crochet a single crochet stitch. And again I'm going to crochet 5 chains and insert my hook into this arch of the previous row and crochet a single crochet stitch, and I will continue in the same way. We always crochet 5 chains, and we insert the hook and we create a single crochet stitch. Again here I'm going to crochet a single crochet stitch, and here I'm almost at the end of my row. I'm going to chain 5 again, and I'm going to crochet my single crochet stitch into the 4th chain of the 5 chains of the previous row. So this is the 4th chain. I skip one and I insert my hook here, yarn over, pull through, and I crochet a single crochet stitch. And in this way I have finished one more row, and I'm ready to move on to my 4th row. And now what I'm going to do is to repeat the 2nd row. So I'm going to chain 6, because if you remember we chained 6 for our 2nd row in order to turn. 5 chains plus 1 extra chain, which is our turning chain. And now I'm going to insert my hook and crochet a single crochet stitch, and I will continue by crocheting 5 chains, insert the hook into the gap and create a single crochet stitch. Again here the same. This is a very easy pattern, and it looks really beautiful if you use the appropriate yarn. So 5 chains, insert the hook here and create a single crochet stitch. And now I'm at the end of the row, and I'm going to do the same thing we did on our 2nd row. That is, here, in order to keep my edges straight, I'm going to chain 2, I'm going to crochet 2 chains, yarn over, and here on the single crochet stitch of the previous row I am going to crochet a double crochet stitch like this. So in this way I have finished my 4th row, and I'm going to repeat my 1st row. Again I'm ready to turn, chain 1, turn my work to the left, insert my hook here and create a single crochet stitch, 5 chains, and be careful to skip this small gap which was created by crocheting 2 chains and a double crochet stitch, and insert my hook into this gap and crochet a single crochet stitch. Continue in the same way. Insert my hook, single crochet stitch, like this. My yarn is not very good because it's a scrap yarn. I have already crocheted something else with it and it doesn't look very nice, but if you use a new yarn it will be very nice. So like this I have finished one more row like this, and now I'm ready to turn. I will crochet 6 chains in order to turn. As I said, it's very useful to use your finger for the first arch in order to support your yarn, and create a single crochet stitch. And again we crochet in the same way for 5 chains, insert the hook and create a single crochet stitch, 5 chains and a single crochet stitch, then a single crochet stitch, and here again I'm crocheting my 5 chains and the single crochet stitch, but I will also add 2 chains, and I'm going to create a double crochet stitch on the single crochet stitch of the previous row. I pull up my loop a little bit so I give it height. In this way we crochet this stitch which is called trellis or mesh stitch. I have seen it with many names. I don't know which one exactly is the right one. Again, I'm going to continue working in the same way as we crochet the first and second row. So chain 1, turn, crochet a single crochet stitch on top of this double crochet stitch like this, chain 5, insert my hook here and create a single crochet stitch, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again, insert my hook here, insert my hook here and create a single crochet stitch, and you continue in this way. I have finished with a single crochet stitch in the last gap, and I'm ready to turn in order to continue working my rows. So what I need to do is the same that I did on the second row. I'm going to crochet 6 chains, let me count them please, 6 chains, turn and crochet a single crochet stitch in this gap, and from now on I'm going to crochet 5 chains like this. And this is really what five chains again, insert my hook and create this single crochet stitch, and in order to finish 2 chains, and I'm going to create a double crochet stitch on this single crochet stitch of the previous row, and in this way we continue working our stitch. I think it's a very nice stitch for a scarf, if you would like to use it on a scarf. This is it, or any other project really. So this is the way we crochet this mesh stitch. When we finish crocheting this stitch, we usually add a border, but now I'm going to show you how to finish in order to have a straight edge on this top row. So what you do is chain 1 and turn as you would normally do, crochet a single crochet stitch, and now we are going to create arches again, but this time they are going to be smaller. So I'm going to crochet only 4 chains, insert my hook here and crochet a single crochet stitch, and again 4 chains, only into every gap, and the single crochet stitch, 4 chains like this. And as you can see now, we don't create this arch on our crochet, so we obtain a straight row. And I will finish with 4 chains, and I'm going to crochet a single crochet stitch on the 4th chain of the 5 chains of the previous row, and in this way I have finished my stitch. I would like to tell you some things now about the way we create the arches and how you can use the variation of this stitch. As I said, what we do in order to create the arches is to crochet more chains than the ones we skip. So it's really up to you what you would like to do. If you would like your arches to be more curved, you can add chains. So for example, here I crocheted 5 chains for the arch and I skipped 4, but I could very well crochet 4 chains for the arch and skip 3, let's say, or any other combination you prefer. And in this way you will have a project that is according to your personal preference. So this is the end of my tutorial for this diamond mesh stitch, or whatever it's called. I hope you liked my tutorial. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I have more and more videos to upload. Thanks for watching. Bye for now, and always think positive. Bye.